It's so peaceful. But for how long?
Moses should be waiting for me in his office.
Eccoci qui. Continuiamo su Life is Strange Reunion. Andiamo a trovare Moses. Se mi tira via tutte quelle robe lì. Ok, me le ha tirate via. Cosa c'è qua? Planetario. Il mio sogno.
The planetarium. Haven for astronomers and stoners alike.
Ecco, grazie, mi ha dato dello scoppiato. Niente planetario. Magari dobbiamo parlare con qualcuno. Attenzione, c'è lo schermo da guardare, ma come lo guardo? Devo andare in fila. C per aprire la macchina fotografica. E ci siamo, ma cosa devo scattare? Immagino questo.
Moses will react to all this.
Ok.
He's smiling, but you know he feels empty inside.
Non ho ben capito ultimamente tutti questi giochi che vogliono fare, diciamo così, foto, come tutti i giochi che prima avevano manichini, e sono vizi proprio.
Don't call him Space Daddy for nothing, no matter how often he tells them not to.
Va bene, sono cose, chiaramente sono tutti dettagli importanti, ma mi dispiace per il gameplay che viene rallentato molto. Ma che bello.
Do I study astronomy? No. Do I stare up at these and think big thoughts about the universe? Why, yes.
Guarda, tutto l'allunaggio. Oh, sì. Allora, dov'è l'ufficio di Moses? Io credevo di chiedere qualcosa. I volantini del podcast. Ascolta.
Secrets, corruption, occultism, power. Welcome back to Abraxcast, Caledon's only podcast dedicated to uncovering the hidden underbelly of the Abraxas Society. I am your host, Loretta Rice. This is episode 4, The Hall of Secrets. It has long been known that Abraxas is no ordinary campus club. It seems to operate by its own rules and logic. Take their recent battle with the administration over housing. The Abraxas House is a Caledon-owned building at the periphery of Lakeport. After the storm, President Owen Teller declared the building uninhabitable and quickly advanced plans to have it condemned. Now, whatever one thinks about the administration's expansion plans, branded Caledon 2.0, university bylaws are very clear that Abraxas students must submit to relocation or risk disciplinary action. But this is not what happened. Instead, students have been returning to the building, squatting in their old rooms, and staging disruptive protests. The planned demolition has been set back indefinitely. Now, my role as a journalist is not to pick sides, but to uncover the truth. And I have come to believe that the reason for Abraxas's peculiar leverage may rest inside the very house they are illegitimately occupying. Sources tell me of a section in the Abraxas house known as the Hall of Secrets. What is contained within it? No one knows. But I'm told it has been passed down for decades and remains very well concealed from even the most senior Abraxas members. It stands to reason that these secrets hold the key to understanding not just Abraxas, but also its peculiar hold over Caledon University. I, your faithful reporter, will not rest until I have uncovered the Hall of Secrets myself and revealed what lies within.
Ok, potrebbe essere interessante. Ma dove è andata quella tipa? Ah, eccola là. Ok, andiamo a vedere. Oh no, aspetta. Cosa c'è qua? Cucù, niente. Allora, andiamo da quella tipa perché la stavamo un po' così ogni tanto guardando. Ma dov'è sto ufficio di Moses? Moses, che bello quando si vede fuori. Guarda, giocano a frisbee, sono proprio studenti dell'università, guarda. Vedi. Bravi. Ok, vediamo se possiamo parlare con la tipa. Scusa, tipa.
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
Tutti col cellulare in mano, Ufficio di Moses.
Moses, I'm from the future. I bring dark tidings of... No,
E
too biblical.
E che cavolo d'ufficio?
I told Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own conversations with you were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s in a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is... Well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
I was just telling Moses that he is officially invited to join the Caledon faculty once he becomes Dr. Murphy next year.
Right, the job offer. I remember. I mean... I overheard Vin on a call yesterday.
Avrò fatto bene?
Thanks. I'm still taking it in. But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences. With 4 departments under one roof, we need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
Addirittura competere con il MIT. Dai, andiamo sulle umanistiche.
I thought most students came to Caledon for liberal arts.
Currently, yes. But if we want to remain competitive and move past the events of last year, Caledon needs to modernize. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak, which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
Allora, o sono bravi o premio la partecipazione. Non è così facile.
Everyone who's still in the class has an A, but plenty of students dropped when they realized how tough it would be.
I noticed that too. Not the academic curve we strive for, but perhaps that wasn't covered in your orientation.
Max isn't a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, a professor, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries? It's like, how was this allowed to happen?
Wow. I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
Ma questo ci è o ci fa? E vai che arrivano i messaggi.
That guy is just dying to fire me.
You already knew about my job offer. but you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that that was too dangerous.
La scelta più sicura o so che è rischioso, dai, lo so. Empatia.
I acted on instinct. I hope it was the right choice.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. There was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
I wasn't trying to take a photo. I dropped my camera when I saw you. Moses, I'm sorry, but I saw you.
Oh. Wow. Where was I?
On the roof. I tried to help, but I couldn't get inside.
Working on a Sunday. I need more hobbies. Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
Non ci abbiamo proprio pensato. Io ci ho pensato, ma non sapevo se avevo ancora quei poteri.
Oh my god. I didn't even think to.
Hey, you were in shock. It's understandable.
I've never felt so powerless before. All that destruction, and there was nothing I could do.
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of. So, where should we start? Fire department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing suspicion. Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
Let's get to work.
Allenati a riavvolgere. Ok, se mi dici come fare, perché io proprio non mi ricordo più. Allora, come si fa? Si preme.
I need to be prepared for this weekend.
Allora, si preme il shift, si preme il control. Esatto, era il control. Ma non sta funzionando. Ok, sono io che non so più fare. Moses, non so più fare.
Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his control Z.
Allora, si premeva. Ecco come si faceva. Cosa ho fatto? Ok, ci riprovo, non mi ricordo più. Ma un tutorialino. Oh, stanno arrivando messaggi come sempre appena mi metto a lavorare. Cioè... Moses, come si fa a riavvolgere? Non mi ricordo più. Così è velocissimo. Fuv. Così è più lento. Insomma, sono stufo di provarci, eh. Dai, ma Moses, guarda la stampante 3D. La voglio anch'io. Non saprei dove metterla. Ormai qua, chiamiamolo ufficio, è pieno di roba. E vai con i messaggi.
Sophie's been radio silent for almost a year. Wish we knew where she was.
Chissà dove sia. Computer di Moses. Guardiamo. Dai, ficchiamo il
Moses
naso.
is so passionate about physics. But as far as I can tell, physics is just loading screens.
Senti, Moses, ricordami come si fa, perché io non so, tech.
You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time. Let's begin. What was drawn on that card?
Seriously?
Ah, ecco.
Never joke about testing, Max.
And yet you're such a ham. One moment.
Tieni premuto per
Time to
riavvolgere il
fire up my
tempo.
rewind power so I can grab that index card before Moses rips it.
Oh, bravo Moses che mi insegni. E allora? Ma, ok, prendi. Ah, adesso ricordo.
Yoink?
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil Swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer somewhere in this very room.
Who cares? It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
Dovevamo farlo prima. Allora, annulliamo velocemente. Ok, allora, control annulla. E avanti, lavando indietro. Va bene, ho capito. Quindi, dai.
We've covered a lot of ground these past months together. People started talking about Sophie's death like it was a bad dream. Then they stopped talking about it at all.
Studentessa della Caledon dichiarata morta per errore. La polizia parla di un errore informatico, sì. Gli abitanti della città soffrono di perdite di memoria a breve termine. Una tempesta perfetta, le domande risolte dalla Caledon. I meteorologi locali faticano a capire come è possibile che una tempesta di categoria 3 possa essersi abbattuta sull'area senza preavviso la scorsa settimana. Mentre la città di Lakeport cercava di recuperare poco a poco, vengono alla luce delle domande ancora più strane. Safia, Llewellyn Fire, insomma, una studentessa dell'università Caledon è stata vista al campus lo stesso giorno in cui la polizia di Lakeport stava interrogando i vari sospetti riguardo alla sua morte. Questa reporter ricorda di aver letto il necrologio su questo stesso giornale, anche se i registri elettronici di quel giorno sono danneggiati inaccessibili. Le interviste con gli studenti e i docenti della Caledon hanno svelato le altre discrepanze. Nessuno di loro si ricorda della morte di Safi, anche se alcuni ricordano di aver visto un memoriale coperto di fiori al campus la settimana precedente. Safi non ha voluto commentare. Ok, quando noi facciamo qualcosa con il tempo succede roba strana, assiomi.
Yeah. About that whole avoid section.
Ma perché ci sono le mie cose scritte qui? Bella domanda.
Moses has been tracking weather patterns along with our rewind testing. No clues.
Ah, è lui che scrive.
After everything with the timelines last year, Moses thinks my powers might have evolved in other ways.
Allora, vediamo cosa facciamo in teoria.
If he's right.
Riavvolgimento parziale, oggetto, un'area, una persona, saltare in una foto in cui io non sono presente, saltare dentro una foto e rimanerci indefinitivamente, scoprire e passare ad altre sequenze temporali, dividere di nuovo la sequenza temporale in due. Da non provare potrebbe uccidere Safi. Marta santa.
I'm a good guinea pig. For the most part. No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers. That's something.
Allora, ho cercato di filmare il soggetto durante una prova di teletrasporto, usando una telecamera a infrarossi. Come previsto, le immagini hanno mostrato delle zone calde nella posizione iniziale e finale del soggetto, con un lieve cambiamento della temperatura atmosferica coerente con la traiettoria del soggetto nella stanza. Nessun test, Barrington. Ripetizione del test, rompere e rivolge la stessa tasta 20 volte, niente sangue al naso, affaticamento. Nessun test, il soggetto aveva bisogno di assistenza tecnica, abbiamo parlato dei test, ok, maratona, abbiamo messo alla prova i limiti massimi della finestra di rivolgimento del soggetto, un timer di 10 minuti, quando sono andata alla sveglia il soggetto ha rivolto il più indietro, vabbè dai, ok, senti, se devo prendere più informazioni possibili devo guardare tutte queste cosette, ma chi è che fa move?
Are you my mystery killer?
Lo possiamo girare, vero? Cavoli. Vabbè, interessante, no? Sarà stato fatto con la stampa 3D.
A high school girl? The plot thickens. But what's her name?
Natsu Samurai. Lui mi aveva fatto una domanda che io ho già dimenticato. Fenêtre.
Get us out of here!
Ok, pessima idea. Te ti ho già visto. Domanda, qui. No. Su dalle scale. O su per le scale. Ciliegio.
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie, if she ever comes back.
Avviso.
Aw, May's at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest. You really understand how I'm feeling right now? Turtle strapped to a rocket booster?
Fall for Beyond. Va bene. Allora, qui film.
Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3 because he, quote, needed to unsee that.
Come? Ah, ho capito, non c'entra niente con quello che stiamo facendo.
Here she is. But what's your name, young lady?
Ma sì. C'è scritto il nome? C'è scritto
Mina Hiramatsu.
Mina
If I
Hiramatsu.
make it through this weekend, I promise to marathon your work with Moses.
Hai capito te? Fatto? Quando apprendi qualcosa di utile che può essere usato nel passato, prova a riavvolgere e usare le nuove informazioni. Aspetta che guardo il bollitore.
Using a rewind test to get me into anime? Moses' secret contraband kettle out in the open?
Ok. Quindi, un attimo, la lettera, scusa.
Yasmin has been through hell in the last year.
Caro
Not that
Moses,
she didn't deserve some of it, but still.
grazie per il pensiero, la mia carriera alla Caledon non è finita come speravo, ma so che l'università è in buone mani. Ricorda quando Safia ti ha incontrato la prima volta e quando era felice di aver trovato un amico così brillante. Spero che ovunque sia sappia quanto è fortunata ad avere degli amici come te e Maxine. Con affetto, Jasmine. Va bene, dai. Maxine e Jasmine. Ok. Allora, devo riavvolgere, ma come? Aspetta, forse devo andare ancora... Ma io non ho letto qui?
I'm 90% sure that Harold isn't real.
Moses just made up a fake grad student to get an office all to himself.
Niente che ci interessi. Allora.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Mina Hiramizusu.
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
L'oggetto chiuso nell'armadietto, ma glielo dovrò far aprire. Corri, Max, corri. Allora, lì dentro, intanto guarda.
What is he up to now?
If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear.
Oh. Cacciavite.
Haven't had to break into something for a while. But it's probably just like stealing a bike.
Ma quando mai abbiamo rubato una bici? Scusa, anche te. Allora, vai. Versi.
You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
Damn. It's never simple in the time dojo.
Allora, il avvolgimento non influenza Max, si ricorderà dei fatti caduti, ok, conserva gli oggetti, riavvolgi per... Puff. Allora, devo mettere qualcosa a terra? Può essere.
Test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
E questo?
Moses' pride and joy. Though he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers.
Cioè, a me l'unica cosa che mi viene in mente è mettere qualcosa lì sotto, perché quando cade quella cavolo di tazza non si rompe, no? Non ho ragione? Perché c'è una X?
I'll need the mug intact to give it to Moses. How can I keep it from breaking?
È semplice, vado in camera da letto, prendo il cuscino, qui non c'è nessun cuscino, e qua? Non si va, non si. Dammi, non so, prendo il bollitore, Brutta me la... Credevo di poter esaminare la zucca. No. Un cuscino del... Ma dai, veramente, ma... Perché non mi viene in mente niente? Niente mi viene in mente. Eccolo qua il cuscino.
That mug. I'll have to find some way to protect it when it
Stai
falls.
zitta che ho già capito. Sposta, prendi. Dai Max, non mi suggerire sempre quello che devo fare. Su, che mi piace anche usare il mio cervello.
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No,
Sì.
that's just a lucky break.
E lui tutto questo non se ne accorge, Non dovrebbe ricordare nulla, però prima qualcosa mi sembrava avesse ricordato.
Yes.
Pling pling. Guarda,
A test where I get to break into things?
l'abbiamo già detto.
Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Tieni la tua tazza, Moses. Tieni.
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test?
I think you know that it was.
Chi rompe paga o aggiusta? Come l'aggiusto? Allora, riavologo, ma quando mi rompe le scatole così, allenati a scopri diario. Sì, mi piacerebbe tanto avere il tempo di leggere tutte ste robe. Cosa dice Loretta? Ciao Loretta, volevo sapere se stavi bene. Sì, ma nessun motivo in particolare me lo diresti se fossi chiamato molto pericoloso? Sì, non più del solito, ma vabbè. Mi piace farmi le scatole di Max. Voglio parlarti, chiamarti, chissà, ci sei ancora? No, vabbè. Queste le abbiamo già viste. Allora, riavvolgi. Snick. Non funziona. Come devo fare? Perché non ci arrivo? Prendo il caccia e vita. Ma se io torno indietro? Non era così? Fino a dove? Forse sono andato troppo indietro. Riavvolgimento automatico. Ok, forse devo fare control. Ho la tazza. Il coso è aggiustato. È ancora tutorial, è quello che stiamo facendo.
Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Meet me on the X when you're ready.
Quindi per Moses noi gli abbiamo dato una tazza in mano che era chiusa dentro in un armadietto. Lui ha visto solo questo. Incredibile. Affascinante. Allora guardo prima, dai, va là.
Probably not a buried treasure.
Dai, queste battute.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. I want you to teleport to this side of the room in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses!
It does that sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
Ah!
Oddio! Moses, sei scemo proprio. Ma scemo forte.
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Ma sei stato tu a dar fuoco a tutta la scuola? No, ho sbagliato.
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Sempre più complicato. Ma io intanto mi dovevo muovere? Ma allora... non ho capito cosa devo fare, mannaggia. Stecca la spina.
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Allora, te la stacco io la spina, adesso mi hai rotto. Unplug. Ma santa...
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Unplugga!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Ma cosa?
Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
Whoa. And I was just gonna let it spark. Well, thank you, teleporting Max. What?
That didn't happen before. We had hot chocolate last time, but it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
Tira le somme con Moses. Allora, io ho capito che è tutto collegato, ma uno come fa a ricordarsi qualcosa che ha giocato forse più di un anno fa? Va bene.
Please tell me you'll stop using that kettle. For all we know, it burns down the school in 2 days.
I know it's a dysfunctional relationship, but I can fix her. You're right, though. Consider this her official retirement party.
How are you feeling about the disaster I just dropped into your lap?
Still processing. But I'm glad we still have a chance to do something. How do you feel?
Paura.
I know my powers are, well, powerful. But that doesn't mean they're dependable. This could end badly. What if it was a mistake to come back here? What if I just make everything worse?
I know there are risks, There's a reason we never tested your ability to jump into photos. But our testing has proved that some kinds of rewind are safe. If you unbreak a mug, the universe doesn't seem to care.
L'università non è una tazza, ma dai, che cattivi.
What if I can't change anything? One time I tried to save my friend's father from dying in a car crash and...
You've told me. And yes, it sounds like the universe sometimes has a dark sense of humor. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take stock. What do we know for sure? What leads do we have?
Indizi. Adesso, allora, sospetti. Perché sospetti?
So, who would have a motive to burn down Caledon? I saw signs of a protest, but I'm not sure what it was about.
We haven't heard from Safi since she left.
Moses. No way. I didn't see any sign of her.
Safi's a shapeshifter. She was furious with her mom and with Caledon. Could it be her?
No.
I still don't think Safi would burn down the school. At least not on purpose.
At least not the Safi we thought we knew.
That being said, one thing we know about Safi is that she gets reckless when she's angry.
Abbiamo la villain.
Vin and Amanda could help us. Vin knows everything about Caledon, and Amanda knows everything about Lakeport. Too bad I can't tell them why I'm asking. They'd never believe me.
Because of the storm amnesia?
We need a better name. That sounds like a disease you get in a fantasy novel.
Well, you turned down cognitive dissonance triggered collective memory loss.
Sometimes I wish everyone still remembered. The two timelines and everything with Safi and me having powers and...
You could remind them. You reminded me when I started forgetting.
I was selfish. It was so scary when all their memories started fading. I couldn't stand the thought of being alone with everything again.
Understandable. But why me?
I knew you could handle it. But most people aren't you. It's better if they don't know.
Even Amanda?
Especially Amanda. Dating a time traveler is not for everyone. Every conversation ended with, "Did you rewind that?" Every argument started with, "Don't rewind this."
I get where she's coming from. It's easy to imagine how someone with your powers could be manipulative.
I get it too. But it did hurt when she forgot about my powers and got so much happier. I couldn't remind her. I couldn't be the reason she got so anxious again. But then I really was lying to her, and I couldn't live with that either.
She still makes eyes at you and the turtle. Any regrets?
No.
I want to be with someone who can handle my powers. Lakeport's favorite bartender isn't that person. The only thing we know for sure is that my powers are going to complicate things. They always do.
Maybe this time is different? We can't stay locked in the past.
Like I can help it. Every time a new disaster strikes, it always brings me back to the first disaster.
Chloe, in the school bathroom.
Trying to save Chloe and the place I love is how I destroyed the last place I loved.
Arcadia Bay, right? It looked beautiful. At least from the photos you showed me.
It was beautiful. When it was still on the map. How do I know Lakeport won't be next? How are you so calm?
Because things are different. You're an adult with better control of your powers. And you have a brilliant physicist friend who wants to help.
That I do.
Ma.
So, how do we stop a fire before it starts? Oh, right. My class starts in 15 minutes. I should cancel.
No. Don't make any changes you don't have to. If we mess with the timeline too much, we might introduce new variables.
You know, I saw something in class last time. Reggie took a call and walked away when I got near. I wonder if it was about Abraxas.
Secret society. Shady calls with the Abraxas president. It could be something.
And in the fire, I noticed some Abraxas graffiti. It seemed ominous.
Text me if you learn anything. I'm gonna steal another whiteboard from engineering. And Max? Promise me you'll do whatever you can this weekend. To stop the fire. To save people if it breaks out. Anything. I know there are consequences to using your powers, but inaction has consequences too. Whatever happens, I need us to know that we did everything we could.
I think I need that too.
Have a good class.
Oh, allora, il gioco è iniziato, d'ora in poi tocca a te trovare abbastanza prove per individuare la causa dell'incendio. Ricorda di cercare indizi ovunque. Ok, io sono pronto e lo vedremo nel prossimo episodio. Ciao a tutti, grazie per averci scelto. Alla prossima.